Paris, 1700. A city holding its breath. At dawn, Paris does not wake suddenly. It exhales. Mist clings to rooftops. Church towers rise slowly from the haze. Bells sound faintly, not to announce celebration, but routine. Another day begins, exactly as the last ended, and exactly as the next will follow. The streets below are already damp. Cobblestones shine with yesterday's moisture, uneven, unforgiving. Every step is measured. A misstep here means pain or worse. Shoes strike stone with care. The city demands attention even before breakfast. In narrow alleys, waste is emptied into open gutters. There is no embarrassment in this, only necessity. Dirty water runs between stones, carrying what the night left behind toward the river. This is not hidden, it is not corrected, it is simply accepted. Inside townhouses, candles are lit one by one. Flame replaces darkness. Wax drips slowly, marking time more reliably than clocks. Fire is comfort. Fire is danger. Fire is unavoidable. Paris is vertical. Buildings lean inward as if listening to the street below. Upper floors block the sky. Light struggles to reach the ground. Smoke from countless hearths thickens the air before noon even arrives. Markets form early. Bread is arranged by hand on rough wood. Scales clink. Crates scrape stone. Trade begins not with optimism, but urgency. What arrives today may not arrive tomorrow. Carriages pass, wheels grinding over uneven stone. Mud splashes outward. Those walking yield without complaint. Power here moves on wheels. From upper windows, men look down and watch the flow. Below them, bakers pull loaves from ovens glowing with embers. Fire sits close to wood, always too close. Across the bridge, the river moves steadily. The Seine carries debris, reflections, and consequence. Barges press together, competing for space. Merchants argue quietly, never too loudly. Conflict here simmers, it rarely explodes without warning. By midday, the contrast sharpens. In wealthier streets, stone is cleaner, boots shine, carriages stop gently, fabric rustles. A noble steps down, unhurried. Nearby, a laborer watches. No words are exchanged, none are needed. Inequality announces itself silently. Inside palaces, guards do not move. Stone carvings tower overhead. Light enters through tall windows, filtered, controlled. Conversations happen softly. Decisions are made far from the mud. Only streets away, men eat bread beside walls. Hands are rough, meals are brief. Smoke rises from small fires meant only for warmth. A beggar extends his hand. It remains empty. On the bridges again, merchants argue over space. On the river, water slaps stone embankments, indifferent to class or complaint. Paris functions not because it is fair, but because it is relentless. As the sun lowers, the city shifts again. Oil lamps are lit along walls. Flame replaces daylight. Shadows lengthen. Alleys deepen. The same stones that were visible hours ago now hide hazards. Water in the street reflects torchlight unevenly. What you cannot see is what breaks ankles. Taverns glow warmly. Smoke spills into the street. Inside, men argue over bread prices. Fists tighten on tables. Voices drop. Silence spreads. The argument ends, not resolved, just postponed. Outside, expressions harden. Men exit quietly. Elsewhere, laborers gather around small fires. Faces are lit briefly, then swallowed again by shadow. Words are whispered, papers are passed hand to hand. No one lingers. Across the city, lights scatter unevenly. Smoke rises into the night sky. Paris does not sleep, it waits. On the riverbank, torchlight ripples across dark water. A lone figure crosses a bridge cautiously. Rooftops exhale smoke slowly, as they did at dawn. This city is balanced on routine and restraint. Wealth and poverty live side by side, separated by streets, not distance. Tension exists everywhere, but rarely announces itself loudly. Paris in 1700 is not yet in revolt, but it is no longer at rest. Every gutter, every market argument, every silent exchange builds pressure, not in speeches, not in declarations, but in daily repetition. The city holds its breath, because it knows what comes next is not sudden, it is inevitable.